Hi there, Sean from YouLi here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you what happens when you update the due dates and the payment amounts on your installments after you've already taken payments. So let's take these two travelers for example, Brian Smith and Winston Felice. So we're going to add a manual payment to Winston's account. So let's just do that really quick. And we're going to make this payment for $150, the amount of the deposit is, and we're going to put the receive date on today's date, which is April 20th. Now if we quickly take a look at Winston's invoice, we can see that the due date is set to April 20th. The reason the due date says April 20th is because that was the received payment date. The amount is $150 because that was the installment amount, and the status is now set to paid. Now let's take a look at this traveler right here, Brian Smith. You can see that the due date for this installment is April 10th. Now that's the due date. He hasn't made a payment. Once he makes a payment, this will update to the date that he's paid, and the amount is $150. But let's say we want to change this. Let's say we want to change both the amount and the due date. Let's go click over to here to our installments so we can update that. So we're going to quickly update the due date and the installment amount for this deposit. So we'll change the due date to April 25th as if we're giving him more time to pay, and we'll change the fixed installment amount to $400. I'm going to update that. Now, we changed the due date to April 25th, and the installment amount is now $400. Let's save this page. Now that that's saved, we are going to click back into Winston, and we're just going to see how that affected him. You can say nothing changed. The due date is still set to April 20th when he made his payment, and the amount is still set to $150, the amount Winston paid and the amount that that installment cost at that time. Now let's take a look at Brian Smith. We'll refresh the page here. You can now see on Brian Smith's page that the payment schedule is now set that the deposit is due on April 25th, and the amount is $400. This is because we updated the due date and the payment amount for this installment. You can see this is really convenient because if Brian Smith joined this trip later and you wanted to give him more time to pay and then give him a higher deposit, you can make these changes, and this will not affect anything for travelers who have already paid. So in short, when you update payment installment due dates, when you update payment amounts for the installments, it is not going to change anything for travelers who have already paid. Their invoices will stay exactly the same and you don't have to worry.